Have you ever met the connector? Well, he ponders, he helps, he creates, he writes, he speaks. He basically connects people and brings them together. I speak about Paul Solano of PS and All Marketing Group. At psandallmarketinggroup.com, you will receive an assembled group of Paul's contacts and connections that cross into many sectors of life. Please contact Paul Solano at 617-240-4130 or psandallmarketinggroup@gmail.com if you are in the market for a wide array of services. Again, please contact the connector, Paul Solano, at 617-240-4130 or psandallmarketinggroup@gmail.com with any questions. And now, here's Paul Solano, the host of Paul Ponders.
Welcome to Paul Ponders. I've really enjoyed bringing you fun, informed, intriguing, and pondering podcasts. Many thanks to #PodPro Entertainment. Today's collaborating sponsor, Scott Albertson of #Project142.org, Riverworks Credit Union, NMLS number 410564, and Remax Renaissance Realty of Reading. Thanks for listening, rating, reviewing, and subscribing. Let Paul Ponders begin. Greetings. I hope everyone is doing well this episode. Well, I'm pondering once again, and I just think to some of the readings that I've come across during the course of my lifetime, and one very special piece that I read pretty much every day is The Man in the Glass by Peter Dale Wimbro Sr. I first heard of this with Coach Bill Parcells when he read this at a press conference, and I was taken aback by this wonderful, wonderful poem from Peter Dale Wimbro. Now, stay tuned after I read this because I'm going to revise it just a bit for The Woman in the Glass. So here goes. When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you king for a day, just go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your father or mother or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The fellow whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. He's the fellow to please. Never mind all the rest, for he's with you, clear to the end. And you've passed your most difficult, dangerous test, if the man in the glass is your friend. You may fool the whole world down the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass. But your final reward will be heartache and tears if you've cheated the man in the glass. So I think it's really important for us to just look at that and just look at the person who's staring you back at the glass. That's you. That is you. Don't sell that person short. That is the person looking back at you. Pay homage. Appreciate that person looking at you every day. It's a thought while shaving. So I mentioned earlier that I would be revising this a bit and reading you The Woman in the Glass. Now this came to be because of the fact that in my full-time career working in the world of hospitality, I've encountered many females, many women, great employees who may have needed a boost, who may have needed some support, moral support, and encouragement, and just getting the woman in the glass to look at herself. Here's what we have. Here goes. And again, it's a revision of Peter Dale Wimbro Sr.'s Man in the Glass. It is The Woman in the Glass. When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you queen for a day, just go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that woman has to say. For it isn't your father or mother or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The woman whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. She's the woman to please, never mind all the rest, for she's with you, clear to the end, and you've passed your most difficult, dangerous test, if the woman in the glass is your friend. You may fool the whole world down the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass, but your final reward will be heartaches and tears if you've cheated the woman in the glass. So that is what I am proclaiming. That's what I'm pondering. And I just want both men and women to look in the glass and see their true selves, that their inner beings. That's who you are. You're either the man in the glass or the woman in the glass. And that about does it for another episode of Hashtag Paul Ponders. Hashtag indeed. I trust that you have enjoyed Hashtag Paul Ponders. Again, my name is Paul Solano of PS&All Marketing Group, and I may be reached via email at paul@paulponders.com to do some more pondering. Many thanks to my longtime collaborative friend and associate, Alonso Amos of Pod Pro Entertainment, in bringing you our fun, exciting, and informative podcasts. You rock, Techie Alonso. With PS&All Marketing Group, I created a side gig to connect you and get things done. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me at paul@paulponders.com with any questions. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Paul Ponders. Follow us on Twitter at Paul Ponders Pod. Follow us on Instagram at Paul Ponders Podcast. Thank you again for listening to Hashtag Paul Ponders, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our website, paulponders.com, or wherever you stream your podcasts. Subscribe, stream, rate, and review our shows. Your ratings and reviews help our show reach new audiences. Produced by Pod Pro Entertainment, Hashtag Paul Ponders lives within a network of podcasts located at podproentertainment.com. Hashtag the new radio. Until we meet again, my friend, stay well. Hashtag indeed.